Hi, thanks for tuning in to Analysis Writing with Miss K. This video is geared towards students in 7th through 9th grade to help them with analysis writing. To provide some extra help with analysis writing, it is easy to use the RACE2 strategy. Now, the RACE2 is just like it sounds, it's an acronym. The R stands for the restatement, the A stands for the answer, the C stands for the citations, the first E stands for the explain or the elaborate, and finally, the final E stands for the end. And this strategy is to help improve writing skills. First, moving on to applying the RACE2 strategy. The R stands for the restatement. And what is the restatement? The restatement opens the paragraph and restates or rearranges the wording of the original writing prompt. It is similar to the tires of a car because the restatement functions as the base to a successful answer. Now let's move on to looking at an actual example that includes the R of the RACE2 strategy, which is the restatement. Now, the question is, after reading the novel, identify a symbol and explain what it symbolizes. Use evidence from the text. Now, how to restate. In the novel, where you'd insert the name of the novel, the author employs symbolism. Now moving back to applying the RACE2 strategy with using the A, which means answer. Now, what is the answer? The answer is simply the answer to the question the prompt is asking. The answer functions as the windshield because it provides clarity and allows for the reader to see what will be discussed within the essay. Now we can move on to an example on how to employ the answer. For example, the question is, how is Harry Potter characterized in the novel? My answer would be, Harry Potter is characterized as heroic, courageous, and generous. Now let's move back to applying the RACE2 strategy, and this time we will be looking at the C, which means citations. Now, what are citations? Citations provide evidence to support the answer. Citations are found within the piece of text the prompt is asking students to analyze. Citations from the text are like car doors. One must always use a car door to get inside, meaning the citations open up to a meaningful analysis. Now we will be looking at what an example of a citation actually is. For example, I have direct quotes, and this is from The Great Gatsby. Let us learn to show our friendship for a man when he's alive and not after he is dead. End quote, Fitzgerald 178. It is just simply a direct quote from the novel that is being analyzed. Now let's move back to applying the RACE2 strategy. The first E stands for explain and elaborate. What is the explanation and elaboration? Well, explanation or elaboration comes from analyzing the evidence or the citations. The evidence or the elaboration forms a relationship to the answer in that it showcases how the answer is found within the citations or the evidence. It is like the steering wheel because it gives the evidence and answer a sense of direction. Now I will provide an example using explanation and elaboration regarding Poe's The Telltale Heart. Poe uses the beating heart to symbolize guilt. The steady beat that the narrator hears from the floor is all in his head. Therefore, the narrator hears his own heartbeat as a constant reminder that he killed the old man. Now, this explanation and elaboration would have to follow a direct quote from the text. Therefore, within this elaboration, I am explaining what that citation or what that quote means. And this also helps in answering the question the prompt is asking. Now, back to applying the RACE2 strategy. Finally, the last E stands for end. And what is the end? The end consists of restating the restatement or the first sentence. The end is like the roof of a car because it covers the entire car and helps hold the entire car together. Now I will provide an example as to what the end looks like. Now my example is, overall, the author employs symbolism to showcase the theme. It's just a simple sentence that restates the topic sentence. Thank you for watching the video on the RACE2 strategy and how to apply the RACE2 strategy using examples. And thank you for watching the Analysis Writing with Miss K video. geared towards grades 7 through 9.